this is Chrissy with Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and today is kind of an exciting process video because I am still working through all the challenges that we did for the crop this weekend for the Crafty Maven getaway. As you can see up on the photo right now, this is the rules, so I'll also put the link in so you can see what's going on. This video is going to be about the challenge I took on from Scrap and Gem, who is Jen, but she goes by Scrap and Gem on on YouTube. And she has asked that it's a recipe challenge. So 3 pieces of pattern paper, 1 cardstock, 3 arrows, some chipboard, 1 travel themed embellishment, and the colors teal and gray have to be on the layout, and I am taking on this challenge. So first thing you're going to see me do is pick out my 3 pieces of pattern paper. So the first one is, I'm going to show up close in just a second here, is the Boy Crazy. I believe this is a My Mind's Eye, I think. And then the second piece right there is a Dear Lizzie Serendipity piece of pattern paper. So that takes care of my teal. There is gray on that striped piece of pattern paper, but I have gray coming in somewhere else. My third piece is that piece of yellow right there, and I believe that's a bow bunny, but not sure. My cardstock is simply just to mat my photo with, so with the whites. Nothing too exciting there, but it counts because I used white. This photo is of my son, and in the background would be Sean, and our nighttime routine with him when he was a little bit younger, it's a little different now already, but at the time, was he would get out of the bath and then we would go into his room, and for about a half an hour we had what we called quiet play, which meant Sean and I weren't allowed to bring our phones in. Every once in a while I snuck the camera in so I could take pictures, but no phones allowed, and the TV had to be turned off in the living room. So it very simply was just pure, simple family time, and I loved these 30 minutes. They are my favorite 30 minutes of the day. And so it was his nighttime routine, and then he got to have a bottle and he went to bed. So I love it, and I just really wanted to document it because, like I said, it's already changed. So I'm going to have to make another layout talking about what his nighttime routine is like now. Right now what you're seeing is I wrote my journaling, basically exactly what I just told you, on some strips of that white cardstock, because although it's not technically cardstock, it's the back of a piece of pattern paper, I don't own cardstock, so that's how it's cardstock to me, because it's white. But I forgot that I wanted to do like a whole bunch of journaling on this layout, so when I went to go write it on that piece of pattern paper, I'm like, that's not gonna happen, so I used some strip journaling there instead. Here you are seeing me pull out the chipboard. I placed that, this is an ampersand, I think it's called an ampersand, chipboard there, and that's going to be my 1 piece of chipboard. I add some corner pieces, and I'm sorry my big old head gets in the way there, but I'm just adding some corner pieces just for added interest to the corners of the Dear Lizzie pattern paper there. The arrows come into play. There's 3 of them. You can only see 2 right now. So the first one is right above where it says nighttime, and the second one is pointing towards the word routine. And the way I tied in my gray was in my title. So my title is in gray. So the first one are those kind of blocky letters that spell out nighttime, and the second one are from Amy Tan, and they are gray, but they're transparent, so they're pretty hard to see there, but they're there. So that takes care of my arrows. You'll see the third one come into play in just a moment, but it takes care of my arrows, my 3 pieces of pattern paper, and my cardstock, and using teal and gray. I am also going to pull a few other little embellishments. I'm just trying to help tie in the layout. I am not normally one to do, this is kind of blocky for me, this type of layout. I normally do my layouts on the diagonal almost every time. Very rarely is it just a single block. But I feel like this whole layout is all on the upper part of it, so it's taking up 2/3, which is fine because that follows the rules of doing 2/3. But I have a hard time with this layout because it is a little, it's a little bit of a different take of style of layout than I normally do. But that being said, I had so much fun with this layout, and I want to do more recipe layouts. They are so fun and challenging, and you create a really cool product, and I got a great story told, so that makes me happy. So here you go. You see I am using some of these. They're meant to go on photos, so they're like photo overlay stickers. And at first I put a little tab on the one arrow. It is a gold arrow, like a gold sparkly arrow. In the end, I end up switching that out and make it the third arrow. So you will see me do that as well. I also try to use this. It says all together because we are spending our family time and we're all together. But the black just was not fitting in with this layout. There's black nowhere else on the layout, so it just wasn't going to work. I am still in the back of my mind thinking about how I'm going to tie in that travel theme. And at first I thought I'd grab one of that. You saw it was a globe. That's from Chamel, but it doesn't make it on the layout. I do something else instead, and it's the very final thing. You will see me do that though. I do add a few little bits of embellishment here. So they're just 2 gold foil stars. Sorry, they're hearts, and then I add puffy gold stars on each one as well. And here you see me put that final arrow down. It's just kind of a loopy arrow. It's really cute. And I was excited. That thumbs up was to say, yay, I finally got something done there. And let's see, what else am I going to do now? I am just going in my head to think of what I've gotten done. So that's what you see, all that pointing. And finally, I am just saying, oh, look, I need that travel embellishment. What am I going to do? And I look at the journey collection, but it just wasn't working for me. And finally, I had some old pieces, and this is an airplane, which is definitely travel, and it just hides down there. That's my layout. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Bye.